Good morning, everybody, and happy and blessed Meditation Black Saturday. I talk about the colors, of course, because all colors affect us, and so when you wear black, people think of different things. For me, it is about meditating, about closing my eyes, and really being able to sift those thoughts that come up, and see if I need to address something that comes up, something that I may need to ask for forgiveness, something that I may have to encourage myself to do more of. Whatever it is, I would like for you to take the time to meditate today with purpose, with a lot of thought to what you're going to do, because this is the morning time here, and I know some people have already started their day. Nonetheless, that it's never too late to meditate, right? So I want to talk about pit bulls because of the fact that I know that it's a growing concern for people like myself and others who have seen, pit bulls. Now, there's a lot of people who take care of their dogs, so this is it for you. I know that people are dedicated to their dogs, where they'll take them for a walk and, make sure that they have their pooper scooper in the bag and all that good stuff. And so there's nothing wrong. That's what you're supposed to do, have them on a leash, okay, cool. And trying their best to make sure that, everything's okay. What I can't stand is that when people do it just as a means to have a dog, thinking that it's going to be protective, but then you're not doing anything about it. And the reason why I say this is because I'm still shocked at what I saw 2 weeks ago. There was, I was sitting upstairs and I had people over and we were just, watching TV, talking, laughing. And all of a sudden I heard a bunch of dogs barking. And so one of the people said, "Hey, what's going on with the dogs around here?" So I was like, let me see what's happening. And so I opened up my window and everything else. And lo and behold, I saw a big pit bull. It was pure white. And it jumped on this lady. And so she fell back into the grass. And the dog was all on top of her. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking it was her dog, but she was screaming so much and fighting the dog and trying to make sure her face was okay. It was wild because her grandson was right next to her, and he's like about 9, I'm thinking, something like that. And it was just so crazy to see because he's standing there watching his grandmother just, trying to fight this dog. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I see the little boy running up to the house. So I'm thinking, okay, he's probably getting his grandfather. They must have just got a new dog because they already had 2 dogs like that and they're wild. So I'm like, okay, as long as they can get somebody there to get that dog. So as I'm watching, then the lady had jumped up, got the dog up off of her. She was able to jump up, and the dog started coming back at her, nipping and all. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So the little boy comes running back out, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, where's the help? What's going on? Do I need to call 911, to make sure that this lady's okay? So there was another neighbor from all the way across the street, and I mean, she was doing that slow step, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that 1, 2. It ain't no putting one foot in front of the other. It was like a 1, 2, 3, and she had her hands on her hips, and so she starts calling for the dog. And finally the dog came on over to her. And did she have the leash? No. Did she sit there and grab the dog by anything, to try to help or nothing? No. And all I did was I saw the lady run with the child into the house. Meanwhile, the lady's going 1 step, 2 step, 3 step back into her house. So I didn't want to go and get all involved because the issue was over. Okay, cool. Because my main thing was that when I saw that big dog jump on that woman, I'm thinking, okay, and she's getting nipped up, bit up, you know what I mean, and stuff. So I don't even know how bad she was. I haven't even seen her in 2 weeks. So that just goes to show how the level of what might have happened to her, because I haven't even seen this lady, and I was like, oh my gosh, how traumatic it is, I'm sure, for her, because it was traumatic for me for watching. Here's the thing, though. This dog, that kind of dog, is going to be one of those dogs that are going to be aggressive, particularly with those who train them or they don't take care of them the way they need to. Why not have the leash, A, okay? B, why don't we have it to where that when you have your leash, you have control? I have seen kids going down the street running, and I do mean running, with a pit bull, because that pit bull done took over. And the child is just trying to hold on to it, you know what I mean? And hold on to that leash. And I even seen at times where they've had to let the leash go because they were going to fall straight on their face and be dragged. However, the dog will be running around and stuff like that. And no, this is not what we're going to do. We're going to take responsibility for these dogs. We're going to have them. We're going to keep them. Then we have to take responsibility. Even if that means that you're going to have a lawsuit against you. So I would check to see your homeowner's policy, your renter's insurance, whatever it is, to ensure that with you having this type of dog, that you can actually take care of things when things go sideways. Because, see, this is where we enter into a whole lot of, back and forth with people, and it shouldn't be. It should be that if your dog gets loose, it is off. You don't off the off the collar. You don't have a chain to it. You don't have the right provisions for it to be able to take care of that dog. Come on, people. And then you don't have the insurance if somebody gets injured. And then people want to fight. Or they will tell you, please don't call the police and all that stuff like that. Because I didn't see the police, but more importantly, I didn't see the ambulance. So I don't know how the lady came or went, whatever. You know what I mean? If she decided to do that or not. But please take care of your pit bulls. Like I said, that there's nothing wrong with having the dog, but making sure that they're chained properly, so that way, and making sure the person who's going to walk the dog is secure and being able to handle that dog. Because if not, like I said, that lady got jumped on, and I mean, she fell all the way back, and she is an older woman. So it was just really concerning to me. So on this Meditation Black Saturday, just really think about what we're doing here. With the dog, take care of the dog like it's a part of your family. Don't sit up there and allow it to just run wild, and you don't have any insurance, you don't have anything to cover just in case. Because what I've learned is that there are different policies, different insurance companies who do mark up how much insurance you have to pay because of the fact that you have a pit bull. So there's been people that have not done that because they're like, okay, well, some of them, I don't want to pay. Some insurance say, okay, you know what? We're not dealing with you. So, they're very strong dogs. You know that there's some aggression going on like any other dog. They might smell something, but this dog shot out of its house and went all the way across the street and attacked somebody else. So my point today is that, you know what? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. What we want to do is things to make us happy. And being happy requires that we have to think about other people. Okay? So just, yes, say your affirmations, say your prayers, do your meditation, do, what your routine is, but add some things that are going to allow you to actually think about what you're doing when it comes down to the pit bulls, because they are very strong. And again, I've seen people who had pit bulls, and okay, that, like I said, it's part of their family. And any dog that's a part of your family, you want to really take care of. So don't just use a pit bull and say, okay, well, I want protection, but you're not going to protect people against that dog. You don't want to take any responsibility. Like I said, this woman was just going a 1 step, 2 step, 3-step. Like, I just wanted to, well, wish the wind would just blow her to go get her dog. You know what I mean? Just going across the street, because this other woman was severely being attacked, and I'm thankful that the little boy wasn't attacked. So let's get our minds right. Let's consciously think about what we're doing on this Meditation Black Saturday. This is the last day of the week, so we can relax. We can take some time off and just be thoughtful about what's going on. Okay? God bless. Peace. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. 1.